everybody, and welcome to Two Guys and a Few Good Men. I am TJ Washoot.
I am Garrett Lobert.
And this is Movie Lowdown for the week of February 24th, 2020.
20,000, Alec.
It is the end of the month, and hopefully the end of bad movies.
Yes.
Or dull movies.
Dull movies.
A drop in movies.
Adobe movies. Anyways, there's not a lot of things going on, just like the last week, so might as well just get right
Into the news.
First up this week, we've got... I gotta switch this around.
Because the mic's in the way.
We got Sonic is speeding past all the competition.
$200 million globally, and that's pretty awesome to see.
Yeah.
That's a win for Paramount, a win for the people who worked on the animated portion of this movie that, you know, kind of got stabbed in the back.
They put some of that money towards those companies that really bled out.
Because, as you all know, if you've been watching the show, the people that worked on the Sonic animation are no longer. So they're gonna have to, if they're gonna make a sequel, they're gonna have to make a new team and get a new team together.
Which makes me wonder: is it gonna be the same like style, or are they gonna change it up a little bit? Maybe they'll make Tails.
They could easily change the style if they go to
another studio.
Because it's not gonna be in the real world; it's gonna be in the Sonic world.
That's true. I forgot about that.
At least that's what it seems.
That's what it's gonna probably be.
But the cool thing is about this 200 million, or not cool thing, sad thing. Oh man.
The cool part about
this, yeah, right. This hasn't opened up in China until what was
28th.
The 28th, which is today, Friday. It did not hit theaters in China, so that means they're going to be making more money now. In China, because you know Chinese market has been eating up American films lately.
They're not all.
But the reason being, the not cool thing is because of the coronavirus.
Yeah.
Also, there was a CinemaCon event that was happening, or supposed to happen in China, and they put the kibosh on that due to the coronavirus as well.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy how big this epidemic has been.
It's also weird if you've seen any like the conspiracy theories. Like there's a book that talks about it, I guess.
Now they're saying there was like a South Korean cult or a North Korean cult or something like that started this virus.
No, if it's a North Korean cult, that makes sense because they're all crazy.
Right. But yeah, cool for Sonic. Sorry for China.
Yeah, our bad, China. Oh wait, no, it's yours. Sorry.
Speaking of China, that moves into our next topic.
Oh yeah.
Mulan
will be having original songs
by Christina Aguilera.
Yeah, we haven't heard from her in a
while. No. Not to mention, people were kind of sad that this Mulan wouldn't have the original songs. Maybe this will make up for it, because Christina Aguilera, she could sing.
She can, but like...
But I don't know if it's going to fit Mulan's
Are we whitewashing the music now in Mulan? Like, that's like the one thing that I don't want to see is like, I want to see some real traditional music in this.
True, because the director was saying there was no whitewashing in the acting part of this movie. Who's to say the music though? Maybe they'll have only a few songs, not the whole movie like, you know, Phil Collins or Elton John.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so maybe it's just a few songs, because I can't see them using like English songs for action scenes or stuff like that. Maybe for like love parts. I don't know.
That's Christina Aguilera.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Kitchen, yeah.
All right. Well, and then also, did they say that showings? We could talk about that.
What?
The showings are going to be really stilted.
Yes.
Stifled.
So once again, another issue with the coronavirus. It's hurting Hollywood, or it's not hurting Hollywood. Well, yeah, it's
stock
Hollywood.
Market.
Because of the Chinese market and the Chinese people not being able to, you know, see movies, or they're afraid to.
China. Let's say China. But yeah, no, it's gonna really affect because a lot of the global market is China. Like, let's be honest, it's
it's a huge market. We saw that with the Avengers most recently. Endgame,
Oh, yeah.
how much money they made from China.
They love their Avengers.
But speaking of money, let's move into our next topic. It is time for good idea, bad idea.
Well, first up, we're gonna talk about Bob Iger. You heard of that guy? I feel like
I think we have
maybe
talked about him a few
once or
times.
twice. Yeah, he's just the CEO of Disney. Right?
Maybe the most powerful person in Hollywood right now.
You know, I mean, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but pretty much the most powerful guy in Hollywood right now. Is stepping down to, you know, we kind of thought the worst of this at first, like maybe something, you know,
A sickness, like a Steve Jobs
or
moment.
like maybe something like he was not, you know, he wasn't getting his creativity. But it actually kind of sounds like that may have been the thing. He wants to step down so he can be more of a creator or help with the more creative side.
Right. Apparently, he's gonna be stepping down and still be working at Disney for about a year in the creative ventures and seeing also projects follow through.
Which I like that he's doing that. That's pretty cool that he's gonna. I mean, I don't know much about his replacement, Bob Chapek.
Chapek, yeah.
But I do know he's a Bob.
Bob.
Terrific. I'm Bob Slidell. This is my associate, Bob Porter.
Oh, hi, Bob. Bob?
Pretty much go ahead and grab a seat and join us for a minute.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see. I think this is a good idea for Bob Iger. I think it's a bad idea for Disney.
Okay. You know what they say? I actually agree. Good idea for Bob Iger because he's leaving at the top of his game. He has not done anything wrong yet.
Yep.
He has not screwed Disney in any way. So he's leaving out as a champ.
Yep.
Bad news for Disney. They're losing a strong person.
Oh yeah.
Who knows how well this Bob Chapek is going to do? He knows parks. He worked in I don't know if you wrote it down, but he worked in the parks. Not so much the movies.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll see an increase in more park attractions. Maybe more marketing on that. Because we don't really see. I don't see it my day-to-day marketing for Disney parks anymore.
No.
It used to be a lot back when they were suffering. I think before Bob Iger.
Yes, but
I haven't seen any Disney
I mean,
commercials.
well, with everything Disney owns anymore, it's hard to like say you're not a Disney fan.
Right.
So.
But Bob Iger has done so much for the company. He's purchased Marvel. He's purchased Fox. Purchased Star Wars, Lucasfilms, and not to mention has built, I want to say, 2 or 3 parks, and have made changes around those parks as well, a la the Marvel and also the Star Wars areas, the Lost Galaxy.
Especially the Star Wars, I hear that's really fun.
Yeah, really bummed how expensive it is to go, because I really have been wanting to see the Star Wars section.
How
Also,
much is it?
It's like over $120
For a day?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Fact check me on that, but it's pretty expensive. But I want to, it's about for a weekend about $1,000.
Oh,
You're putting down. That's just with room and board,
Yeah.
and
Food.
those 3 days, and there's food. Yeah. So if you want to go to Disneyland, you gotta throw it down $1,000.
Which is why Disneyland is still so profitable.
Right. But yeah, that's it for a good idea, bad idea, I think, right? What do you more?
We could do about Apple won't let
Oh yeah, this one.
villains use iPhones in movies, which I think right off the get-go is a bad idea because I think that villains would definitely be using iPhones.
Right. So this is from an interview with Rain Johnson at a Variety,
For Knives Out.
for Knives Out. Variety, the website and magazine, I believe they're still doing magazines, not sure. But he said that he was kind of not wanting to share it, but he's like, screw it, I'm just going to say it. Apple doesn't allow production companies to use iPhones for villains. And that is kind of odd. I mean, who cares what phone they're using?
Right.
Sony, I don't think has a limit on.
I kind of get
On
it
that.
because it's kind of like all your
It's
opposing.
marketing.
Your
It's also marketing.
well, that and also all your opposing. So if that's the case, then all your bad guys are going to be using Samsung or
Whatever.
Android
Right.
or whatever. So then they're going to like take that thought process like, oh, they use Android, I should use. I don't know.
Not
Stupid.
to, well, yeah, because you get an emotion from the villain, and you see whatever he's using, whatever he's wearing, and you feel that emotion towards him. If you see him with an iPhone in his hand, you're like kind of associate, not really, but maybe in the back of your mind,
I guess.
associate with him with the phone.
But like that's the thing. They use
Like in,
celebrities to like promote the phone. So it's like
What I noticed or it's probably which I forgot to mention in our review and on the Sidecast, is they all had the BlackBerry phone, the same BlackBerry phone.
that's right.
Yeah, it was kind of weird. It's like, oh, it's kind of weird they actually have a BlackBerry phone, and not to mention, they all have the same phone.
Yes. Because I remember when Black Mask was looking at his, I was like, that's BlackBerry.
Yeah,
Are those still around? Which they are. And they're having a resurgence right now.
they did have a resurgence, but also, I think next year, TCL is ceasing to make BlackBerry products because they bought the rights for it. TCL, it's a Chinese company. But that's off topic.
Buy Blackberries.
I think it's
Bring back
bad idea because who cares? Who cares?
And I get where they're coming from.
Right.
But at the same time, I think that's being extremely greedy in the sense that, like, I don't want anyone to accompany or see my product and think bad guy. It's like,
Right.
no one does. We don't look
No.
at, like, if James Bond was the bad guy in this movie, he drank, like, Colombian coffee. Do you think that's going to change my opinion on Colombian coffee?
Or
No.
he drinks vodka.
Yeah.
Some type of vodka drink.
Instead of a
Martini drink or whiskey.
He drinks a whiskey drink, he drinks a vodka drink, he drinks a lager drink, he drinks a cider drink.
Well, he has a lager drink.
Whiskey drink.
A cider drink.
Oh, man.
Well, last up on our movie news, because we had a surprise for everyone after this to explain something.
Right.
I might be going to jail. Tax
Garrett.
evasion.
Tax evasion. You still have time. You still have time.
Is it April yet? Netflix recently added a top 10 of what is the movies of the decade?
No, movies of the day.
Oh, the
And
day.
shows.
Oh, so whatever shows get the most views that day, that's okay.
Yeah, so before they just had like a most popular list,
Mhm.
but never really explained like how popular they are.
Okay.
But now they have a full list of mix between shows and movies,
Mhm.
and also just movies or sci-fi
Okay.
or all different genres.
Wow.
It's kind of cool to see.
Okay.
Most notably, I saw on there The Office. That was number 10.
Wow, that's surprising to be number
And
10.
then number 1 was Love Is Blind yesterday. It's kind of like a dating show, like a reality TV show, kind of like Bachelor, I think.
So I wonder if you can tell that any of the people that stay home all day and just watch TV, like I wonder if that's
The
gonna-
Office.
Yeah, that's gonna affect
Love
each
Is
day.
Blind. Yeah, right.
Oh, I remember
The
like
single moms.
2 years ago when I didn't have
Or
a
not the
job.
single moms, the stay-at-home moms.
Yeah, I remember when I didn't have a job like 2 years ago. I remember spending a lot of days watching The Office.
Oh, yeah.
Just pass the time.
Right, or Parks and Rec, or, with those good,
Yeah, the good ones.
those good bingeable shows.
NBCs.
NBC shows. Yeah, NBC. Straight killers.
Well, they don't have much anymore. I feel
True.
like they lost it with that when I said this a long time ago, was when they got rid of The Office,
Mhm.
Parks and Rec, and something else. I forgot what it was that year. I want to say it was New Girl, but I don't think that was on
I think New Girl's
Fox. Whatever it was, the extra show that they had on there.
Yeah.
I mean, it just depleted all their resources because I think, like I said, Parks and
I
Rec went
can't
out.
think of a new NBC show that I've watched.
We've had a couple of them, but they've just flopped.
Right.
They can't get their grounding on like good shows.
Right.
to
It's
do
mostly
for-
going to Fox, I feel, for the local cable
Mhm.
shows.
So a lot of the cartoons still, like Fox still owns that Fox Sunday night.
Right.
That's still theirs.
Mhm.
I mean, it used to be Thursday night for NBC before football took over.
Oh.
It was, remember, The Office came out on Thursday
Mhm.
nights, and it was Parks and Rec
Yeah.
at like 7 o'clock at night. God, those were the days.
I know.
Miss them.
But yeah, that's going to do it for this week's movie news. Kind of have an update or a change in plans. We want to try something different. Instead of doing the reviews on our video, we thought it might be better to do them on our Sidecast. That way we can spend more time on them and discussing topics. And
also, I think it helps just like because a lot of times this is like personally into the look on our schedules that we do. Most of the time, this is filmed on Friday, really edited. Hopefully, most of the time we try to get it done Friday night or Saturday, and usually goes out. And it takes a while to export it.
That's our issue is our exporting because it takes like an hour,
3 to 4 hours,
or sometimes 3 hours,
depending on how
big
long
the video is.
Yeah. So this kind of gives it easier range for us to like have time to go see the movie during the weekend. So if I have Sunday off and you have time on Sunday, we can go see it. Or like, because my schedule now as a manager is going to be more hectic, in closing during the week. So I'm probably going to be opening more on Friday. So if we have time to go see it at night or whatever, we'll be able to do that.
Plus, who's to say if my schedule is going to stay the same?
Correct.
If anything happens with my job.
Exactly. So we're just trying to be flexible in our sense that we can do this stuff and still get your content, the movie review to you. But we want to keep doing, obviously, this every week. Friday.
Yeah.
We'll still keep doing our news throughout the week.
Right.
We just will. I think maybe instead of talking about the movie, we could talk about movies we saw during the week.
Okay.
At the end of each.
Yeah, that's fine.
As like, so we can still do that during on Monday too. But if like there's
because it's the week, we're talking about the week. But yeah, also it kind of shortens the video, which probably will get more views that way. Is what I'm thinking. Because not a lot of people like to see us ramble. Probably right now, they'd probably be cutting out. Bye. I mean, maybe before our second news story, they'd probably cut out even.
Sadly.
But yeah, that's kind of what we want to try to do. And this week's movie review is going to be Parasite. Pretty stoked to watch that. I've heard only good things about it. I haven't heard any bad things besides the president. He was kind of confused on the movie.
It's a horror movie.
Yeah, something like that.
China.
But yeah, that's pretty much it. And let's move into our new section, which is, what are we gonna call it?
Who saw that movie?
Our weekly
movie checkup.
There we go. So, well, I guess I'll start off first. I've been watching. I guess. Do you want to stick with movies? Probably do that.
Movies, but I'll say right now, I know you saw it too, Altered Carbon.
Yeah, I started rewatching Altered Carbon season, just to refresh myself.
It's a lot.
And it's a lot that I've like, oh yeah, that's right, I forgot about that. I forgot about that. There's so much depth in just 3 episodes, because that's the episode I'm on right now. It's the 3rd one, and not to mention they're an hour long.
Like it just makes me wonder how much of a writing process that was, because there's so many twists and turns, and even in this new season, it follows
not
the same
to mention the
formula.
sci-fi aspect of it. It's very Blade Runner, but expanded.
Well, and it's the whole universe is like you can see it, like you can look and peer into it, which is even scarier because like everything's like futuristic. It's got everything like, everything's like eye popping. Everything's catching your eye, and you're just like, whoa. And it's like I feel like if I had to watch that probably like 5 times to catch all of the little.
There's
no
little
Easter
subtleties,
but
no, just to see all those little aspects on there on screen. But yeah, I've been watching that, but I also most recently watched the Pokemon remake, Mewtwo Strikes Back.
I heard this was
Evolution.
kind of disappointing.
It's basically just like the original Pokemon movie, the first one, but they changed the style of the graphics. It's
One Piece.
very much like One Piece, very much like Square Enix, very much like the Legend of Zelda Switch game that just came out.
Almost like claymation.
Link to the Past. Yeah, it's almost like looks like clay. Now the characters, I say like Ash, Misty, Brock, they kind of look off. They kind of look odd. But the Pokemon, I think, look the coolest in this, and their attacks look freaking sick. It's almost like Detective Pikachu in a way.
Yeah.
But I like this better, as if this was going to be like in their games.
Yeah.
I think this would pair very well with this type of style, this type of artwork.
How long do you think until we get a live action Pokemon? Like we got that one, but another one that
Pikachu?
that follows Ash or like
Right.
Red or something like that. So they gotta start doing that soon.
I would say within 2 years.
Yeah, because I mean, like if you think about it, like each region, like that's the cool part about each region. Is like so fond of everyone's fond of a certain region.
Mm-hmm.
The second generation, the Johto region is probably by far like my all-time favorite.
Same.
But you get people that are like, oh, I thought Ruby and Sapphire were like the best games, and those are people that I feel like were just starting to play Pokemon.
Right.
But just it would be so easy to capitalize on a live action like they did with Detective Pikachu, and go through each region and maybe do like that actual character, because I mean, there is like an actual storyline.
There is, yeah.
Because Red is the first one. It's not Ash. It's
Red and Blue.
Then there's Silver and Gold, which I mean you could have like a really good story for each one of them. They've done the animated.
They've done the animated one, Pokemon Generations, which is probably the closest thing to the newer games, but Origins is like Red and Blue.
Yeah.
But I would love to see, Silver and Gold, or even Ruby and Sapphire. Or
Oh yeah.
Platinum. Pearl.
Any of these, the worlds are like you can do anything with them.
Yeah.
And you just add new Pokemon. It's just like they're video games, except they're too busy not animating
Yeah, seriously.
games.
I hate that. Oh my god. What have you watched?
That Altered Carbon was really all I've seen. I rented Hobbs and Shaw again. Got to about the same spot I did last time and just lost interest and
Right.
ended up, like I walked away to go do something else and I never came back to watching
Damn.
it. And it's so funny because like I still haven't seen the end of the movie. Because I clock out after the scene where they cut the rope where they jump off the building, and she's trying to get his sister back, and then like it's right at the shocking scene where he's shocking them,
Right.
and they escape. Every time that's where I'm like, okay, this should have been done now.
Right. The movie seems very long for what it should have been.
Yeah.
But yeah, guys, that's what we've been watching at our weekly checkup, our weekly
Movie checkup.
movie checkup. There we go. So on Monday we'll be recording, and hopefully should be easy to
It
shoot
goes
it out.
up every time on
Right.
Monday when we do it.
And then next week is Onward.
Yes.
Hopefully we can get David Westlake on.
I'm talking to him right now. So.
Maybe even Kathy. She can join us because I know she wanted to see that movie. And that's going to be also on our Sidecast. So tune in for that. It is on Anchor, it's on Apple Podcasts, it is on Spotify. Yeah, we just started doing it. We're on episode 14. Next week's 15. But as always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I'm TJ Washuk.
And I'm Parasite.
Wheezy! We love you. Good night. We love you. And good night.
This has been a Two Guys production.